All right. Any questions? We had them right where we wanted them the whole game. No, but go ahead.
Coach, not a big surprise that you would also often against a team of your caliber, probably throw twice as many passes as they normally do.
Yeah, I agree with that. I thought so too. I thought the first half, I thought we were disjointed on all sides of the ball. And part of it's they. I mean, they've been coaching. They deserve some credit, and I thought they came out really fresh. They've been off a lot for the last week and a half, and so. I think that's helpful, well, I mean, heck, I've had the benefit of that myself before, but they were fresh and they beat us to the punch, I thought, a bunch of times. Those guys are gigantic, and not only will they catch it, they'll drag you. And then, I mean, they're an impressive unit. And then, got a couple good running backs, and then, but I was proud of our guys for sticking in it. I think everybody for the Cougs would like to have the first half over because we think we're better than what we did the first half. Second half, then it kind of became, it was a little like doing surgery with chainsaws out there for both sides, I think. And then, where you just got to stick in it. You never know what's going to happen in a football game, and especially tough physical guys like them. But we felt like we could execute well, and our guys sideline wise, we do a good job of sticking together and playing together. And so I thought that was really strong for us.
How important was the third quarter today? You guys haven't been so good in the third quarter of the season, outscoring 7-3, and really kind of kept yourselves in the game there.
Yeah, well, we really didn't have much choice this third quarter, so I think. I don't know. We got to get better at the third quarter, I think. Turns out we got to get better the first half between now and next week. So.
Coach, do you think Minshaw's performance is going to qualify him for being a candidate for the Heisman?
It should. I mean, when you consider, that kind of depends what they give the award for, and they seem very confused right now.
Yeah, we think so too.
Well, I mean, because what it used to be was who's got the biggest impact on their specific team. And so, I mean, I would love to hear the guy that, outshines Gardner with regard to that, okay? And then the other thing is, and sadly, as they've started doing this, they didn't change the date of when they give that thing out. And so then they try to speculate who's going to be the MVP of the national championship team. And in doing that, then it's all over the map. So I don't know. I don't get it. I mean, that thing's convoluted, and I hope he wins it because awards are team awards. I mean, our entire team, players, everybody, would be extremely proud of any distinctions our guys are able to get. But we all view them as something that the team accomplishes, and we expect them to view it that way.
How do you describe, you said, if that's the definition of the award, he's had the biggest impact on his own team of any guy out there. Can you describe why that?
Well, because he got here in May. He got here in May, so did not have a great deal of time to put this thing together. And then we've got an extremely young receiving corps, which I think he's done a really good job elevating, and of course they've done a good job elevating themselves. We had some new faces on the offensive line, and one of the things that I think that is hard to for you guys to see perhaps is the way he elevates them, because he's a get your hands dirty kind of guy. I mean, but for the fact he's a quarterback and built like he is, he doesn't get to play O-line, so he has to play quarterback. And but he identifies with those guys, and just the energy that he elevates them with. Because he's truly one of the guys. I thought he did a great job integrating himself with our team, and then I think he's done a really good job as far as sorting out our plays and our package quickly. And I mean, if somebody's been asked to do much more than that, give it to him. But I don't know who it is.
Mike, you cautioned people back in.
Of course, I don't follow football really. I follow the teams we play. Go ahead.
You cautioned people back in August that maybe this team was better than a lot of people thought. What made you confident in that back then? Why did you say that?
Well, the quick, simple answer is I always think that. I've mentioned this before. I mean, on Sunday, I'm not sure we can beat Pullman Junior High. On Thursday, I think we can beat a all-star team of the Eagles and the Patriots. So I mean, this is not a business for rational people. And that's not why anybody comes to the game, to see what's supposed to happen. They want to be surprised, and so. And I think it's an opportunity for players to, elevate and do something no one thought they could do, and maybe they didn't know they could do themselves. And so, but that starts with, expectations and generating it with the whole group.
Coach, do you think that you've done for the Pac-12 what Chip Kelly had done at Oregon, where he ran everything so quickly and didn't give the defenses time to get set? You have an offense that just basically passes on every play, with a quarterback extremely accurate. Somebody always gets open. He hits them for 5, 10, 15, 20 yards every time. Do you think that your approach, which is kind of unique in the Pac-12, is going to change the Pac-12 the way Kelly did?
I don't know. I mean, the thing is I've had it spread out for a long time, since Iowa Wesleyan College, to be perfectly honest. And, and Chip spreads it out to create space for the run game. We spread it out to create space for both, but pass game more than, he does both too, but run first, pass. And then, and both of us are trying to create space. And I thought about this one day when I was walking to work. Everybody, what are you trying to accomplish on offense? What are you trying to accomplish on defense? And then there's long, elaborate answers depending on the nature of the team. On offense, you're trying to create space. On defense, you're trying to restrict space. And then there's a lot of schemes and ideas to do that. Now, as far as influencing Pac-12, anything like that, I don't know. I mean, and then, I know they sped it up, and then Mike Bellotti kind of had that offense cooking too. And then, then Chip elevated, some more. So, and I'm not entirely sure, where Mike left off when Chip got there, for sure. When we got to Washington State, they'd won one game the year before, so we tried to shoot anything. We'd do anything on offense. I don't know that you could call what we did offense early on, but we had to get some pieces in place.
What about Blake stepping up as the freshman kicker? Didn't really win the job until week before fall camp to be able to handle a situation like that and make the game winner.
I thought it was outstanding. I'm really proud of him. I thought that was outstanding. I mean, that's what a moment for him, and and he needs to get used to doing that on a regular basis.
Mike, is there anything you saw from January through July, August that you kind of feel laid the foundation for this, maybe that was out of the public eye?
I don't know. I'm not. I don't understand the question totally. I mean, we beat them the last 2 times before too, but.
Well, I mean, for your whole season, not just this game, just the leadership, chemistry. That stuff developed.
Well, I thought in the off season, we went through a lot of adversity, obviously, with Tyler's passing, which and everybody misses him, and I think that was tough on everybody. But the best way to honor and glorify one of your friends or relatives or something like that is to reach your full potential. And then, but I think the biggest thing is we really had a good off season, a great off season. I thought Tyson's done an outstanding job. I think also that and we've asked ourselves that same question that you're asking. I'm not sure that part of it doesn't have to do with the fact we had so many open jobs and so many people competing for their jobs. I mean, you had to fight to get reps, because a certain number of people aren't here anymore. Then you had to fight to get reps. And I think, the competition And we tried to elevate it all through the off-season too, the competition and stuff like that. And also our guys were about that age where, okay, now it's my turn to distinguish myself. Yeah, except for we're not so sure about you. This other guy, we like him too, you know. And then I think the level of competition was really good. And then I think, you know, Gardner's energy escalated that. And then, you know, and then the other thing is I think, you know, Coach Clays does an outstanding job of, and Coach Brock as far as holding our team together. And, you know, there's none of these sides of the ball type of divisions, and those things I hate. Yeah, I mean, it's just pathetic. I mean, I think, and I think that there isn't any of that division, and I think that's kind of elevated everybody. It's a very supportive, all-for-one environment. So, and again, I think again the competition, perhaps one of the most, maybe the most coachable team I've ever had. So.
You think that the receiving corps is pretty well rounded today? And what would you think of Tay Martin coming on late and making a big play there with 5 minutes left?
No, I thought it was a good play. I don't know what we do here. Dez was really hot for a while. James, Tay Martin, yeah, Tay Martin had a big play in the end zone. I don't know, I thought a lot of them played good, and that's the thing, is we want to have distribution, and you don't ever get it perfectly, but by position we want to have distribution. So, well, you got our top, so you got our, according to this thing, which I have no idea if this is accurate, but, you know, our top receiver in catches was Z. Second was running back. Third was X. Fourth was Y. So that covers 4 of the 5 right there. And I would like to think the fifth one is H. I don't know if it turned out that way. You've got, maybe they gave you better stuff than me, which that's often the case.
Mike, I think the thought for the last couple of weeks around the country was that the Pac-12 didn't have a playoff contender left, but you guys are 7-1 heading into November. Do you feel like you're that team?
I just worry. All I'm worried about is playing the best we can against Cal, and you know, we got. If we win one game a week often enough, you know, that's all we can control. That's all we can worry about. And then, because if we worry about other stuff, then it's just clutter. I mean, everybody thought we were going to get our head kicked in nearly every game. So that didn't do us any benefit to pay any attention to that. So it doesn't do us any benefit to pay attention to the other. And then, you know, it's like John Wooden said, and I can't remember the exact quote, but basically, don't let criticism or praise affect you negatively. And so we have to just focus on stuff like that. And then I think that. We need to have a bigger playoff format. You know, I think most people think that. I think if you were to vote on it, there'd be a lot more playoff teams. I'd vote for 64, but I do think there'd probably be 16. You know, and then, you know, and then of course, well, how could you ever possibly do it like everybody else? You know, so